Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about simple squamous epithelium. Simple epithelium. Simply, otherwise, what we can say, simple epithelium. Okay, children. Simple epithelium is composed of composed of single layer of cells. Single layer of cells. First point. They are found in organs of found in organs of absorption. Number one, secretion and filtration. Absorption, secretion and filtration. Simple epithelial tissues, these are further classified into number one, squamous epithelium. Number two, cuboidal epithelium. Number three, most important one, columnar epithelium. Number four, ciliated epithelium. Number five, pseudo stratified epithelium. Okay, children. First one, we are going to discuss about the squamous epithelium. What do you call first one? Squamous epithelium. What is squamous epithelium? We are going to discuss. It's made of, again, single thin layer. Okay, first point, single thin layer of which one? Flattened cells. What you call? Flattened cells. Okay, children, with irregular boundaries. With what I said, with irregular boundaries. This point you should have to remember. With irregular boundaries. They are found in kidney. Glomeruli. First point, found in kidney glomeruli. Air sacs of lungs. Next one, lining of heart. Blood vessels and are involved, and blood vessels and lymphatic vessels. Okay, children, and are involved in what we call and are involved in functions like forming a diffusion boundary and filtration in sites and filtration, okay children, and filtration sites, okay, filtration sites where protection is, where protection is, where protection is not important, where protection is not important. This point also we should have to remember. Next important point I am telling to you, the cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium. Next epithelium is the cuboidal epithelium. What is this cuboidal epithelium? It is made up of, this also made of a made of a single made of a single layer of cube-like cells. Cube-like cells. Single layer of cube-like cells. This tissue, next one, this tissue is found in this tissue. Okay, this tissue commonly found in where it will be found, commonly found in, number one, kidney tubules. Okay children, kidney tubules. Number two, they found in ducts, and number three, secretory portions of secretion. Okay, secretory, otherwise secretory portions of small glands, secretory portions of small glands. This point also you should have to remember. Okay children, and surface of the ovary, and surface of the ovary. This point also you should have to remember. Next children, the most important, its main function. What's the main function of this? The main function is secretion and absorption. Secretion and what you called absorption. This point you should have to remember. Okay children, listen very carefully what we are going to discuss. You should have to listen very carefully. Simple epithelium. Simple epithelium composed of single layer of cells. Just like this, single layer of cells. So what I am telling is, they found in organs of, where this simple epithelium is present, organs of absorption like intestine, secretion like glands, digestive system, and filtration. So where in the kidneys. The first, the simple epithelium is divided into majorly 5 types. Number 1, what is that? Squamous epithelium. What is the first one? Squamous epithelium. Second one, cuboidal epithelium. Third one, columnar epithelium. Fourth one, ciliated epithelium. Fifth one, pseudostratified epithelium. Squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, pseudostratified epithelium. Okay, first we are discussing about which one? The squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is a single thin layer, flattened cells with irregular boundaries. Flattened cells with irregular boundaries. I will show the diagram later next class, but you should have to remember up to that. Flattened cells with irregular boundaries. They found in kidney glomeruli. First neat bit. These all are neat bits. So what is the first neat bit? Where they will be found on? So there they found in number 1, kidney glomeruli. First bit, kidney glomeruli. Then air sacs of the lungs. What kidney glomeruli? Helpful for filtration related. Air sacs, gases exchange of the lining of heart and blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and are involved in functions forming a diffusion boundary and filtration sites. Diffusion boundaries and what you call diffusion boundaries means for exchange of materials. Filtration sites and where protection is not important. So when the protection is where place not protection is important, there this what you call simple squamous epithelium is present. The next one, the cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium made of again single layer cube-like cells. Before that, squamous epithelium flattened cells. Here, cube-like cells there will be there. This tissue commonly found in where this tissue is commonly found. This tissue found in kidney tubules, ducts, secretory portions of small glands, surface of the ovary. So again, the cuboidal epithelium found in kidney tubules, ducts, secretory portions of small glands, surface of the ovary. The main function of this cuboidal epithelium is secretion and absorption, for secreting the materials and absorbing the materials. Okay, children, like this, the squamous epithelium and the cuboidal epithelium is there. Next, what we are going to discuss is the columnar epithelium. What do you call next epithelium? Columnar epithelium. The next epithelium is what you call the columnar epithelium. That point you should have to remember. Columnar epithelium. Okay, children. What is columnar epithelium? We are going to discuss now. Okay, columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Okay, first point about columnar epithelium. What is a columnar epithelium? These are composed of single layer of okay, children, composed of single layer of tall cells. Which one? Tall cells with round to oval nuclei at the base. Oval nuclei at the base. So composed of single layer of tall cells with round to oval nuclei at the base. Okay, children, this is the most important point in this columnar epithelium. It lines the where it will be present. It lines the digestive tract. It lines the digestive tract. Okay, this is a point you should have to remember. Digestive tract. Okay, from the stomach to rectum. From stomach to which part I am saying? Rectum. This point you should have to remember. So stomach to rectum. Okay, children. Next, the two modifications of there will be the two modifications are there in this tissue. Two modifications. Okay, of this lining. Okay, two modifications of this lining are the presence of which one? Are the presence of very important are the presence of microvilli. On the which one? Apical surface. This point you should have to remember. Apical surface of the absorptive cells. Okay, and the goblet cells which secretes the protective, very important, the protective Okay, children, protective lubricating mucus. Lubricating mucus. This point you should have to remember. Lubricating mucus. Okay, children. Okay, this is the most important. The functions of this epithelium. The functions are mainly what you call the functions of epithelium includes absorption. What you called absorption. The second one is secretion of mucus. Secretion of what you called mucus. The third one secretion of the mucus, and the third one is enzymes. Secretion of enzymes. The fourth one what you called secretion of enzymes and other substances. Okay, children, this also you should have to remember. Other substances. Okay, this is important. If the columnar cells, next point, if the columnar cells, okay, they have cilia. If the columnar cells bear cilia, in the sense, what will be there? If columnar cells bear cilia on their free, very very important, on their surface, they are what you called? They are called ciliated. What you called? Ciliated epithelium. This point you should have to remember. They are called ciliated epithelium. Next point, this ciliated type. Okay, ciliated type propels. This ciliated type propels mucus. What they will do? Propels means mucus, secretes mucus by which one? Ciliary actions. This point also you should have to remember. Ciliary actions, and it lines the small, very very important, small bronchioles. Okay, children, this is the another important. Fallopian tubes. Okay, fallopian tubes. Next, another important thing, and uterus. Okay, children, non-ciliated. Next point we are going to discuss about non-ciliated type. Lines most non-ciliated line columnar lines most of what you call digestive tract. Most of which one? Digestive tract. This point you should have to remember. Gallbladder. Okay, gallbladder. Next, what you called secretory ducts. Okay, children, secretory ducts of glands. Okay, children, should have to listen very carefully. We are discussing columnar epithelium composed of single layer of tall cells. This columnar epithelium composed of which one? Single layer of tall cells with round and oval nuclei. See, suppose this is the tall cell, the round and the oval nucleus base, not middle. That is the special character, base of this columnar epithelial cells. It lines the digestive tract from stomach to rectum. From which part to stomach? Stomach part is there or not? Stomach to rectum, what you called this columnar epithelium is present. Two modifications. This columnar epithelium have two modifications. This lining or the presence of microvilli on the apical surface. See, suppose this is the what you called the epithelium, so there will be cilia is there in the sense on the apical surfaces, microvilli on the apical surfaces, the absorptive cells and the goblet cells. This will be what is called absorptive cells and the goblet cells. The two modifications of this lining are the presence of microvilli on the apical surface of the absorptive cells and the goblet cells. So like this, what is called cilia will be present. Cilia will be present. Okay, children, like this. They are present absorptive cells and goblet cells. What absorptive cells and goblet cells will secrete the protective lubricating mucus. This is the most important neat bit. What do you call this? Is a neat bit. Next, functions of this columnar epithelium. We are going to discuss about the functions of the columnar epithelium. Number one, absorption. So they will absorb the digestive food. Suppose in the stomach to rectum, what will be completely digestion, and digestion process will be takes place. After digestion, the food will be converted to small particles. Those particles are absorbed by which one? This columnar ciliated epithelium. And also secretion of mucus and secretion of enzymes. These are the two important neat bits. What are the functions of ciliated columnar epithelium and columnar epitheliums? Helpful for absorption, secretion of mucus, secretion of enzymes and other substances. Not only mucus, not only enzymes and other substances also they can secrete. If the columnar cells bear the cilia on their free surface, they are called ciliated epithelium. Ciliated epithelium. The ciliated type propels mucus by secretes the mucus by ciliary actions that lines the small bronchi. Where the ciliated epithelium is present on the bronchioles and fallopian tube and uterus, fallopian tubes and uterus. So if the free surface, they are called cilia is there in the sense, they are called ciliated epithelium. The ciliated type propels mucus by ciliary actions and lines with the lines where that will be present ciliated epithelium, bronchioles, fallopian tubes and uterus. So non-ciliated type of lines most of digestive tract, gallbladder and secretory ducts of glands. So here what I am telling is, should listen very carefully. The two modifications of this lining are the presence of microvilli is present on the apical surface of the absorptive cells and the goblet cells. What is that? This what you call modifications are there in this lining, or the presence of which one? Very very important, microvilli and what you call apical surface for absorptive cells and goblet cells. This is the most important characters of which one? Columnar epithelium. What do you call? That is called columnar epithelium. The next important epithelium what we are going to discuss is pseudo stratified epithelium. What do you call? Pseudo stratified epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelium. That is called pseudo stratified epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelium. This point you should have to remember. They are columnar. Looks like columnar, but unequal in size. Unequal in size. Next point. Although the epithelium is single layered, this is single layer, but what will be happen? Single layered. It appears to be what is called multi-layer. It appears to be multi-layered. This point you should have to remember. Okay, multi-layered because the nuclei lie at very important. Nuclei lie at different levels in different cells. This point you should have to remember. Hence it is called, that's why it is called, hence It is called, no, what is called? Pseudo stratified epithelium. Pseudo stratified epithelium. Okay, children, nothing but like this. Okay, okay, like this. What is called? There will be here one nucleus, here one nucleus, here nucleus, here nucleus, here nucleus, here nucleus, here. Like this, in the on the basement membrane, they will be present. So appears like what do you call number of multi-layered, but it is pseudo-stratified epithelium. Okay, and what is the functions of this pseudo-stratified epithelium? What are the functions? This point also you should have to remember. The functions of pseudo-stratified epithelium are: number one, what? Protection. Number one, protection. Number two, secretion. Protection, secretion, and what you called absorption. Protection, secretion, and absorption. Okay, children. Ciliated forms. Next. In this also, cilia is there on the cells. Ciliated forms line the, which one? Lines the trachea. This point you should have to remember. Ciliated form lines the trachea. Okay, and the upper respiratory tract. Upper respiratory tract. Okay, children. The next important one, the non-ciliated form. Non-ciliated forms. Okay, non-ciliated forms lines the epididymis, large ducts of a gland, large ducts of a gland, and tracts of male urethra. Which one? Tracts of male urethra. This point you should have to remember. Okay, children, should have to listen very carefully. We are discussing about next simple epithelium type, pseudo. Pseudo means false. Stratified means many layers. Pseudo, false many layer epithelium or pseudo stratified epithelium. They are columnar. But unequal in size. Okay, one will be big, one will be small, one will be big, like that. The single layered, but yet to appears to be multi-layered. They are which one? The single layer only, but it appears to be multi-layered. Because why they are appearing in the multi-layer? Here one layer, here one layer, here, like this. Why it will be appearing? Why? Because the nuclei lie at different levels in different cells. One is one cell nucleus middle, one cell nucleus is bottom or top. Like that, the nuclei lie different levels in different cells. Hence, it is called pseudo, false, stratified, many layer epithelium. What is that one? It's a single layered only. It to be appears to be multi-layered because the nuclei lie at different levels in different cells. Hence, it is called pseudo-stratified epithelium. What are the functions of pseudo-stratified epithelium? The functions of pseudo-stratified epithelium: protection, secretion, absorption. So protection, okay, mainly that is related to our skin, like that. Protection, secretion, and absorption. The ciliated forms which have cilia in the sense, they are called ciliated pseudo-stratified epithelium. Lines the trachea, you know, windpipe. Trachea means what? Windpipe, and the upper respiratory tract. And non-ciliated forms without cilia, that kind of pseudo-stratified epithelium lines the epididymis. Where is the epididymis? You know, male reproductive system. Tubules are there or not? Vas afferentia, vas differentia, epididymis. So in the epididymis, large ducts of a glands and a tracts of which one? Male urethra. Epididymis is the male reproductive system tubular part, and large duct of a glands and tracts of male urethra. In the male urethra tracts also, which one is there? Pseudo stratified epithelium will be present. Okay, children. Next class we will be discuss about another epithelium. What is the next epithelium? What is that one? Glandular. What is it called? Glandular epithelium. We will discuss in the next class. What is that? Glandular epithelium. Thank you, children.